We already have idea about the Q&A visual since we have been using text boxes and we have been adding values from our data into the text boxes. Like the text box we have here at the top of our report page that highlights the numbers for transactions and also the sales amounts. It's basically an extension of the Q&A visual that allows us to be able to generate text right from inside our data. That same thing we can also use to create charts. And the way it works is in our data sets, we have some data values that serve like maybe I can call them key terms now. And the moment you use those key terms inside your text box here in the Q&A visual, it automatically becomes a question. And it automatically returns answers for you based on that key term. Now, apart from the data you have, apart from the values in data you have that serves as key terms, there are also some key terms that you can use to control what is being displayed, such as the type of chart you want to use, or even the type of summary you want, if you want sum or if you want average. Now, from my own Q&A right now, you are going to see that I have some defined questions that you can see here, which you will most likely not see from your own side, and I'm going to show you how you can create these questions. But first, let's all see how to use the Q&A visual, how users use the Q&A visual. So if you come into this box now, for example, users can use simple English language like show me sales by region. And you can see a chart that shows sales by region. Right now, the show me part is not really what's important. The important part is that in the data we have sales and we also have region, and Q&A can basically put the two together to give you a chart. And you can also extend this question by adding something like as donut, because donut is a type of chart that Power BI also recognizes. Then you can control how this is going to be displayed. And then you can clean the question again, and you can write something else and type something else. Users can also make use of suggested questions that you can create, like the ones I have here. So these are loss-making states. If I click on loss-making states, then I'm going to get a visual that looks like this. How you get to create your own set of questions is by coming to this top right hand side of the Q&A visual. You are going to see a gear icon there, like for settings. When you click on that settings icon, then you can see a couple of options on the left hand side. The one you want to go to use is suggest questions. So when you click on suggest questions, then you can basically behave like you want to use the Q&A visual as well. So I'm just going to write top 5 states by sales, and then I can select any of the options. So top 5 states by sales, top 5 states by total sales, they will most likely be the same thing. So once I select one of them, I'm going to come here and I'm going to click add, and you can see it right here, top 5 states by sales. And when I click save and I go to the top right hand side of this dialog box to close it, if I clean the questions, you will see that I now have my top 5 states by sales as one of the suggestions.